Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And I'm back again. It's been 2 weeks. Wow, 2 weeks. I'm not going to get into my shenanigans concerning real life, all that jazz, because you know how it goes. I end up saying, oh, this happened, or that happened, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I just generally haven't had chance. Generally haven't. I've either been working or, well, for a lack of word, basically, I'm either working, sleeping, fit somewhere between food and the minor amount of socializing I do in life, and I just generally haven't had the chance. But I have now. So, what a better place to come back to but to. Let me just turn that off. Is that how you turn it off? I've had that on mute this whole bloody time. I don't believe it. It didn't actually tell me it was on mute. I don't believe it. Have I missed loads of that? I have, haven't I? It didn't actually tell me it was on mute. Oh, no. Oh, you absolute pleb. It didn't tell me it was on mute. Oh, Christ. Right, I'll have to go through it all again. I do apologise. I've been pressing wrong buttons. I do not believe it. Right, I'll go from the start of the championship again. In first, we have Binko on 389 points. In second, we have Homesick Alien on 330 points. In third, we have Boosted on 308. In fourth, we have Rido on 229 points. In fifth, we have Sharen on 217 points. In sixth, we have Bunny on 210 points. In seventh, we have Big Dan on 205 points. In eighth, we have Digital Blasphemy on 195 points. In ninth, we have Guesty on 184 points. In 10th, we have Koi on 165 points. In 11th, we have Mrs. Guesty on 148 points. In 12th, we have Bazza on 135 points. In 13th, we have Harvey on 98 points. 14th, we have Skyjacker on 82 points. 15th is Jokers on 43 points. 16th is Racer Brown in 37 points. 17th is Electric with 35 points. 18th for Silver Star on 14 points. And Madalinsky is 19th on 1. Sorry I've had to cut that short. I did go into it, but unfortunately I had no idea that the microphone was muted. So once again, apologies. And I'm severely kicking myself in the head right now for that. So enough with all of the background shenanigans. Let's have a look and see how they have all turned out. Oh, yes, and by the way, that fly that was bugging me from round 8, I eventually got him. I got him shortly after the broadcast, and my word, that was satisfying. The annoying little git is now well and truly gone. So, after 10 minutes of qualifying, let us see how they stack up today. And there we go. Look at all these guys lined up in the gorgeous Japanese sunlight today. And as we can see on pole, once again, is Binko in the VW Scirocco. He has definitely been the one-lap wonder for qualifying. In second, we have Boosted in the BMW M4. He's definitely come alight come the end of this season. In third, we have Homesick Alien in the Alfa Romeo 155. He'll be the one to watch on the launch. In fourth, we have Big Dan in the Lexus. I've forgotten which Lexus that is. Is it the ISF? I don't know. I can't remember. I've forgotten which Lexus it is. Help me out, Lexus. Which one are you? Oh, RCF. There we go. There we go. I've forgotten what model it was. This is going greatly, isn't it? Shall I just give up now? I'll just give up now. So, Big Dan in Lexus in the Lexus RCF in fourth. In fifth, we have Guesty in the Toyota 86. Let's hope that we get to see some cracking action from Guesty today. In sixth, we have Koikap in the Hyundai Genesis. Great qualifying there from Koi. In seventh is Sharen in the second Hyundai Genesis. Another great qualifying for Sharen. He's going to be bringing it to the boys in front. In eighth, we have Harvey in the Mazda 3. What a qualifying position for him. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that one. In ninth, we have Rido in the Mitsubishi Lancer. Maybe not a good qualifying session for him, is why he's further down, but he may catch up later on. In 10th is Bazza in the second of the Alfa Romeo 155s. The four-wheel drive guys appear to be struggling around here. And finally, in 11th is Mrs. Guesty in the second Mitsubishi Evo. So from first skate, it would appear that the four-wheel drive guys are the ones struggling, with the exception of Homesick Alien, but the clue is in his name, so there's no doubt he got more speed out of that using his alien juice of some sort. But is he going to be able to turn this into a win? He's going to need all the points he can get to catch up the deficit between him and his championship contender Binko. So enough of me waffling on. Let's get these guys underway. We shall reverse it. We shall get the lights going and watch the Alfa Romeo launch on 5 lights, and boom, there we go. And once expected, Homesick Alien launches off the grid and leaves Boosted and Binko in the dust as we come up to the first corner. He has already got a sizable lead. Coming into the first corner with Boosted right behind him as well. He's not he's even having a look on the inside, so Boosted is not letting him get away all that easily, with Binko in hot pursuit in third as well. The top 3 getting away quite well. In fact, they've all gotten away quite well. Big Dan's jumped up he was in 4th to start with, and Sharen's moved up as well. It was Koi that was 5th, I think it was, or 6th or somewhere like that. I honestly can't remember, but I definitely remember he was behind Sharen. So Koikart losing 1 position already. Bazza's absolutely left everybody. He's jumped from 10th to 7th. What a start for Bazza, with Rito in 8th as well. It appears that Harvey is the one that's been left out. Oh no, it was Guesty. Guesty's the one that's been left out, as he's dropped back all the way to 9th. With, oh no, that's Boosted as well. Boosted is at the back. We don't know what's happened. I won't show his pain. Oh, that BMW seems very sliding. And there's Rito as well. He must have had a small contact as well. So it's all going pear-shaped. And there's Guesty as well. Guesty looks like he's lifting, so it might have been contact between himself and Rito. He's let Boosted by. And there we go. Guesty with the redress. Great to see the gentlemanly sportsmanship at play, and it's brilliant to see nonetheless. But so far, Homesick Alien is now leaving Binko, with Big Dan now promoted to 3rd, and Koikart is now in 4th. So Sharen and Koikart have swapped positions yet again, and it looks like, could we get a 3-way fight for the podium, possibly even a 4-way championship? Going wide a little bit there, going out of 130R. That is probably the only corner in this game that I know the name of off by heart. The only one, 130R. But to be fair, to be a racer and not know what the 130R is, well, especially with someone with my experience, I think I would deserve a slap on the back of the head. Because 130R is probably one of the most famous corners in all of racing, really. You name me a more famous corner. I'll wait. Somebody will probably tell me either way. So far at the moment, the front 2, Homesick Alien and Binko, are now starting to leave the rest of the pack behind. You've got to wonder how this is all going to play out for them. We have 4-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive, and it would appear that Binko does have the greater speed over the 4-wheel drive. But let's not forget, the 4-wheel drive of the Alfa Romeo can get out of the corners pretty quickly, but it's whether Homesick Alien can utilize it to its maximum potential. But we know if anyone can do it, it's Homesick Alien, and now you can see that Binko is right on the rear spoiler of Homesick Alien, looking for any opportunity to get his way through. And the more they fight, the more they're going to invite the rest of the pack. Come on, look at this, a beautiful train here. What a cracking view that was. Big Dan still holding well in 3rd. He's now starting to leave Koikart behind. And Koikart is a little bit in no man's land at the moment. Nobody pressuring, but he's not pressuring anybody either. So maybe he's got the time to just knuckle down, get some good lap times in, and maybe catch up Big Dan. Maybe scrap it out for the podium. But scrapping it out as we speak, we have Sharen and Bazza. Bazza's moved up to 6th. What a great 2 laps with the Baz. Has managed to move up from 10th to 6th. What a cracking start. Proving that he must have had a bad qualifying session to end up in 10th, and has made up 4 places already. And Bazza on the go. And Harvey up into 7th as well. He did start in a high position, so maybe just shaking off the early doors woes that the front wheel drive guys have, and he's just knuckling down to get some good lap times in and catch Bazza and Shiren up. We can see that Bazza and Shiren's gone way wide, going down the start-finish straight, looking to defend the inside and break the toe, and there we go, defense complete. But how long is Shiren going to be able to hold off? And oh, look at the front, we've got Binko out in front. This is for the lead, so we will go back. And it looks like it was down the main start-finish straight, the pure power of the Scirocco leaving the Alfa Romeo for Dustin. Even Big Dan's having a look on Homesick Alien. It goes to show that, I think if I remember correctly, Homesick Alien did say that the top end of the Alfa was not very strong. And that long straight here at Suzuka is clearly showing the Alfa Romeo's weakness, and even Koikarp's managed to catch them up. So we're going to have a four-way fight for the 3 steps of the podium. And oh Christ, I'm only what, 5 minutes in, and it's already getting the dust out of the old voice box. But as we can see, it's going to be a 4-way fight. Is Shiren going to bring himself into it as well? A 5-way fight for the podiums. That would be interesting. Not far behind him is Bazza neither. So it may be all said and done to start with, but it could be counting the chickens before they hatch. Look at the train going on there. You could not. That's a cracking angle, is it not? Looking them all go by. I wonder if I could keep it going. Can I keep it going? This is Guesty down in 9th, Rito in 10th. Have we lost somebody? No, we haven't lost somebody. We have lost somebody. I'm sure we have. I'm sure there wasn't there 11 off? Yeah, there was 11. Oh, it's Guesty. Oh, poor Guesty. Must have had some issue with the car, maybe something to do with this collision with Rito. So Guesty unfortunately having to retire from this race, but at the front we can still see it's still Binko and Homesick Alien still going at it. There's not much in between them. You have to wonder who's actually going to come out on this one. We know that the front wheel drive will burn its front tyres, and will Homesick Alien be able to take advantage of it come the end of the race? We've only got 7 laps. We're down 4 coming up now. So Homesick Alien has only got 3 more laps to try and take advantage and bring it to Binko for that championship fight. Further back we have Big Dan in 3rd. He's still got eyes on the guys in front of him, so they're not leaving him for dead whatsoever. But he has managed to shake off Koikarp, who's now been hounded by his Hyundai teammate. I can't exactly say they are teammates, but they are in the same car, so I don't know if any sort of team, or I doubt there will be team orders. They're not in the same team, just in the same car. It's just a sheer coincidence, but as we know, Shiren is a fighter all the way to the end, and Koi can put up a defensive fight when he really needs it to. He'll be wanting to scrape as many points as he can out of it. That's going to be one we have to keep our eye on without a doubt. I think this is the only scrap-on fight. Yep, this is the only fight on track at the moment. We can see Homesick Alien is having a look at Binko, so we'll keep an eye on this as we come up to the hairpin. Binko going defensive on the inside, but this is where Homesick Alien can use the 4-wheel drive of the Alfa Romeo, and I keep forgetting to call it the Volfa Romeo, but I think that joke has long gone and died. And look at these two side by side coming up to Spoon. Oh, that's the second corner I remember. It's strange, I'm not a really big fan of Suzuka myself. For some reason I remember 2 corners, but as we can see, Binko has managed to defend off Homesick Alien for another lap. But how much more can Binko take from the Homesick Alien pressure being applied to him? We know that when it comes to the start straight, Binko will leave Homesick Alien, but when it comes through the corners is a different story. Further back here we still see Koikarp and Shiren still duking out one another. It looks like the podium may be out of the question for them unless we see a mistake from Big Dan. But it looks like 4th and 5th may be the best that they're going to get away with today. That was Bazza going wide, I saw, unfortunately. I am sorry, my friend. I did see that out of the top of my eye. Bazza's struggling to come through Casio Triangle. Oh, that's another one I remember. Okay, so my skills commentating has gone down the window, but for some reason my memory has improved. Oh dear. That's not a good sign. If my memory is working properly, then something is drastically wrong. Harvey still in 7th, going incredibly well. Let's have a look back here. We've seen Mrs. Guesty holding well in 8th, but now being hunted down by Boosted. It's damage control for Boosted after we're not quite sure. He was in 3rd or 2nd, somewhere around that region. We saw him drop to the back of the grid, and he's had to fight his way up. Back, and he is doing incredibly well, but he's only got 2 more laps to get more positions in to help him out with his championship. There we go. He's having a look on the inside of Mrs. Guesty, and it is as easy as that for the Boosted, as now he can chase down Harvey for hopefully more points to help him out in today's race. And Rito, unfortunately, I'm not quite sure what happened. Mind you, we did see, oh, he drifts round there. Beautifully well done. Can't quite keep out the litter, and oh, he's into the barrier, and Rito's day goes from bad to worse. Meanwhile, we'll have a look at this. So far, Binko is still holding off Homesick Alien. He currently has the fastest lap with a 2:08.1. Homesick Alien struggling to keep up, but he's not that far behind. His last lap was a 2:08.8 with Binko a 2:09.1. There is barely anything between these two. This has been the entire story for them throughout the season. It's been these two absolutely running it away, with one overcoming the other in certain tracks, but it's Binko that took the lead in the championship at Lago Maggiore when Homesick Alien was on his hollybobs. But oh, you can see Binko swoops wide to break the toe of Homesick Alien. He knows that even in the toe, the Alfa Romeo will catch up with him. It was a rather alarming dart to the inside. It looks like he's gone deep a little bit too much, but he's able to hold off Homesick Alien. He's looking every possible direction to get ahead of his championship rival, but it looks like he's just holding on. Maybe the front wheel drive is starting to struggle, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll come back to them later on, as we've still got Big Dan in 3rd, holding off well. That's Sharon now in 4th, so he has managed to get ahead of Koikap, and he's now, could he, I don't know if he'll have time to chase down Sharon to take the last step of the podium, but with the Russian sensation, anything could happen. Koikap now he's now in no man's land in 5th. This will be great points for him regardless, so he can just knuckle down and keep that 5th place solid. Bazza is now in 6th. He's trying to do everything he can to get away from Boosted, but Boosted is struggling to keep that rear end in check. And as we can see, he's not managed to shake Mrs. Guesty at all. So it's no dig at Mrs. Guesty's ability by any means. She has made some surprising results in most of the seasons she's taken part in, but what can you say? She's absolutely driving the heart out of that Mitsubishi to keep with Boosted, and even though, you know, it would be in Boosted's favour, the fact that she's managing to keep up with Boosted, who is no slouch by any means, it's incredible to see, and hopefully we're going to see a lot more of her and rise up the ranks in future events. And Harvey in 9th, he's now last. Oh, Rito must have broke something when he hit the barrier, because it looks like he's retired as well. So maybe he just thought, no, I'll give this one a miss and hopefully come back biting in race 2. But meanwhile, we're on the fastest lap, and oh, that was Homesick Alien. Have a look on the inside. Binko going deep once again. But as we can see, he's only just able to hold off Homesick Alien. We are going to have to stick with this, because it looks like it's going to go all the way to the flag, and I have a Yeah, we can see that the front tyres are at absolute agony. They've been pushing these cars to the absolute limit. As we can see, Bingo did a 209.6 with Homesick Alien a 209.4. You could not separate them with the world's strongest magnetic force. They just appear to be attracted to each other, and it's a statement of how this championship has completely gone. But Homesick Alien will probably hoping that he'd rather be in front of Binko to reduce the point deficit that he has at the moment. But for the time being, it looks like it may be going home to the relentless cap. But as we can see, Homesick Alien is still trying right to the dead of this race. He's looking on the outside. Is he going to hold the inside for Spoon? No, he can't. The sheer power of the Scirocco helping Binko out. And look at that. There's a sig paper in between them. It's going to go down to the straight, and I think Binko, this is where the advantage will kick in for him. He's got a nice long straight to help him get away from the Alfa Romeo, but the Alfa Romeo took him for the toe. He tucks back in for it. He needs every little bit of speed he can get to help him with the Scirocco. But it's not enough as we go through 130R. It looks like Binko is going to hold on for the win. And what can you say? Absolutely dramatic all the way to the end, but is he going to break it? Come on, cameraman, keep up. There we go. And Homesick Alien can't take advantage of it. Bingo blocks him and takes the win with Homesick Alien coming in second. Whoosh. Oh, Sharen's got third. What happened to Big Dan? Oh no, Sharen takes third. Big Dan loses the podium, comes home in fourth. Koikart coming home in fifth, a great result for him. Bazza coming home in sixth. Booster did catch him up, but it wasn't enough. He comes home in seventh. Mrs. Guesty comes home in a valiant eighth place. And here we come with Harvey in last in the Mazda. Although it's not where he started off, but he's still going to get some good points at the end of it, so maybe should be pleased with that ninth. And unfortunately we lost Rido and Guesty. Let's get a better angle. There we go. So there we are. Race 1 goes to Binko, upholding that lead in the championship so far. And he got the fastest lap and pole. So far, it's all been going Binko's way. In second, we have Homesick Alien losing out even more points. This is not what he needs. But we'll have to wait and see if round 2 goes his way. But don't forget, there could be a small mistake. Oh, God. I told you things aren't going wrong. It's telling me the controller's running low. Next, it'll tell me my headset's dying. That's the way this stream is going. I should have waited another day, shouldn't I? Maybe things would be going better. Sharen taking third right at the end. We're not quite sure what happened, but that's another podium for Sharen. He's going to be one happy bunny in fourth. We have Big Dan. He was third for the majority of this race, and it looks like he may have made a mistake on the final lap, and it's cost him a podium. So he's probably going to be quite gutted with that one. Koikart coming home in fifth. I'm sure he wasn't that high when he started, so he's made up a few positions. Yeah, my memory's gone faded again. Yay! Normality has returned. So Koikart coming home in fifth. That'll be great points for him. Bazza coming home in sixth. I know he started near the back, so that's a great recovery drive for Bazza. Same with Boosted as well. It all went apart for him in the first lap, but he's managed to recover and get himself seventh place. That's going to be some points for him as well. Mrs. Guesty coming home in eighth, with Harvey coming home in ninth. Race 1 is done. Let's have some race 2. Right, well, nope, that's what we want, and I need to get rid of these. Pardon. So I know where I am. Because I have the organisation of concrete. Actually, that's a good idea before we start. The old wet whistler. Quick. There we go. It was so quick even I didn't see it. Marvellous. Okay. So race 2. And as we know, race 2 is... The grid is the race 1 results reverse. So we have Binko on pole once again. Homesick Alien in second, but there's nobody in front of him, so he's going to have a straight clear launch. Sharen in third. Well, the Hyundai does get away from the grid quite well, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get ahead of Binko or not. Same with Big Dan. They may be rear-wheel drives, but they still do get fairly away from the grid. With Koikap in 5th, Bazza in 6th. I think he's going to get the goodest, getting up the most positions from the start. Boosted in 7th. He's been looking for a comeback. Mrs. Guesty in 8th. Harvey is in 9th. Rido is in 10th. So hopefully they've fixed the whatever the problem was in that Mitsubishi, and the same with Guesty as well, but they've got some catching up to do. So we will watch Homesick Alien off the start. So let's get those lights going and let's get race 2 underway now. And it's a great launch again for Homesick Alien, and there we go. Sharen is also making up places, up into second. So Binko's dropping into third, with Koikap getting ahead of Binko as well, and there's Bazza in the mix as well. Bazza's up into 4th. As we said, that we knew that the four-wheel drives are going to get away, and now he's on the tail of Binko, with Koikap still in 5th. Big Dan down into 6th. Boasted is up into 7th already, with Rido in 8th. That's another great launch for the four-wheel drives. Harvey in 9th, Guesty in 10th, and Mrs. Guesty in 11th. So it looks like we've all gotten away quite well, and now this is the opportunity that Homesick Alien needs to get away and hopefully gain some points back on Binko in this round. He's probably hoping that Sharen plays the absolute brick wall that he needs to be to keep Binko behind him, so that he can run away and get some more points over his championship rival. So he's going to have to hope and pray, but Sharen is having a look on Homesick Alien. I don't think he wants to play ball, he wants the win. He's thinking, screw your idea, mate, I'm going for the win. I've got my own championship to worry about. Not to mention, I know how quick this guy is behind me, so I want to get away fairly quickly. So Binko has now got to play the catch-up game, and is he going to be able to get ahead of Sharen anytime soon to chase down Homesick Alien? As we have a look, he had a look on the inside through Spoon as we were talking about it. He slips through on the inside for Sharen, and now he can start chasing down Homesick Alien, but is the gap too big for him already? Sharen down into 3rd, and now he's being hounded by the Bazza. What a start. This is what the start that Bazza needed, and he's having a look on Sharen. He's going to have a dive on the inside of the Casio triangle. No, he does not. He slips in, maybe thinking that he can get a nice good tow from Sharen going down the main straight. As we've seen, the Alfa Romeo does not have the top speed, so having all that towing power that he's getting from Sharen is going to help him keep in the game. Bazza is still... Not Bazza? Koi. Koi. The fish. Koi. Koi is still in... How many times am I going to say that? Koi is still running in 5th. We've got Rido up into 6th. A great start for Rido. As we said, he's been quite a thorn in most of the driver's sides in this championship. It's just been a run of bad luck that's been setting him back. Big Dan down into 7th now. I wonder if there's been a small mistake from that rear-wheel drive. I'm sure he said that Lexus is a little bit twitchy when it comes to the back end. Harvey is in 8th, being hounded by Boosted, who is being hounded by Guesty. So it's all happening at the back here. And Guesty having a look on the... I think it was on the outside. Is that Degner 1? It might be Degner 1 and Degner 2. How is it I know Suzuka so well, and yet I'm not a big fan of Suzuka? There's no disrespect to anybody out there, I'm just not a fan of it. And there we go, as I'm rambling on, Guesty sneaks through Boosted on the inside, going through the hairpin, but Boosted's coming back at him, going down, coming up to Spoon. And there we go. Boosted has retaken the position again. And I can see further in front, Binko has gotten into... He's gone ahead of Homesick Alien. What has happened here? Man, this was a while back. That was a while back. Oh, that's nearly a full lap. Good Lord, I'm going to have to remember that. So as we can see, we're going down the main straight, going down the start-finish straight, coming up to the first corner. Oh, and Homesick Alien went wide. A rare mistake. The rare mistake for Homesick Alien goes wide going through the first corner and loses not only first but second as well. So now it's all falling apart for Homesick Alien as he's dropped into third. Right, we can skip this forward now because that's where we were. That's where we're up to. So it's all falling apart. Oh, and that's Koi going wide as well. Oh my, this is Suzuka is really catching some people out. What a strange event we're having. It's catching a lot of people out. It's caught out. Well, we're not sure about Boosted. We think he might have had a small ding. We're not 100% sure, but it's caught. So far, it's caught out Boosted. It's caught out Homesick Alien, and now it's caught out Koi as well. Oh, and Rido. It's really taking some big hitters today. But so far, it's all going Binko's way, with Sharon in second. And this is not what Homesick Alien needs. He needs it the other way around. Oh, this is all falling apart. So Homesick Alien with all the work to do to try and bring him back into it, but he's got to get past the Russian sensation. Now he needs to be the brick wall for Binko. But as we know, he will be Homesick Alien will be taking no prisoners. Because as we know, Homesick Alien is a fighter all the way to the end. And the more these two end up fighting, the more Binko is going to run away with it, and he will be one happy chappy behind that wheel of the Scirocco. Bazza still hunting them down in fourth. He's doing a great race so far in fourth, and that's Homesick Alien having a look on the inside of Sharon, and boom, he's now back up into second place. And now, is he going to have time to catch down Binko in 4 laps? Can he do it? If anybody can do it, it will be Homesick Alien. But has he got the time? He's going to have to really pound the laps in now if he's going to take advantage and hopefully catch up the relentless warrior. But if he can do, if anyone can do it, it is that man in the Alfa Romeo. Can we call him a man? Might be. I swear, he's either an alien or a robot. I'm yet to confirm this. Bazza's still running well in fourth. He's catching up to Sharon. Wow, that's going to be a great... That would be a great fight and a half, wouldn't it? Sharon versus Bazza for the last step of the podium. Ooh, that would be a definite juicy one. Rido going well in fifth. It would appear whatever the terminal damage was from race 1 has been fixed. He's going incredibly well so far. And is he going to be able to catch down those guys in front of him? Maybe he could steal the podium come the end. We'll have to wait and see. Big Dan, the woes continue in the Lexus. But we did say it was a bit of a handful. So far it's going not going swimmingly for him, so it looks like this may be another day he is just willing to put behind him. Boosted as well, it just goes from bad to worse. Race 1 wasn't the result he needed, and he's not able to catch many of them up, considering he was second on the grid for race 1. He's just not been able to utilise all that speed, all the traffic just holding him back. But in race 3, we know the results are going to be reversed, and I have a feeling that Boosted is going to disappear into the sunset. Harvey is still going well in 8th. He's got Koikat for company. Good Lord. He's got, He's got Guesty for company in 9th, with Guesty looking left, right and centre to try and get past the Mazda 3 of Harvey, but Harvey is really making him work for it. Oh, he's just gone a little bit deep there, and Guesty takes advantage of it and sneaks up on the inside to take 8th place. Now can he catch Boosted, who's now battling Big Dan, and Big Dan, it gets worse for the poor chap as he drops down into 7th. So as I said, the Boosted's day is going from bad to worse. It appears that it's Big Dan's day going from bad to worse. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. BMW versus Lexus. Another good one for the books. As we see, I guess he has gotten ahead of Harvey. Koikap as well. Not the best start. I think he went wide in one of the corners on lap 2, and that's dropped him down, and Mrs. Guesty way off the pack. She was doing well in race 1 as well. It's a shame. Maybe used up all of her luck in race 1, who knows. Bless you. But so far, it's all Binko's way. He's also got the fastest lap with a 2:08.5, and it looks like this is going his way. It looks like it may be said and done. But Homesick Alien is on the charge, a 2:09.5 and a 2:87. There's no question about it. Homesick Alien is trying. But the speed of the Scirocco is just not to be taken lightly. I think Binko is actually increasing the gap to Homesick Alien. Shren in third, still being hunted down by the Belgian bullet of Bazza. How many B's can we fit into one sentence? Belgian Bazza's B's be buzzing. Shall I stop there? I'll stop with the jokes now. Rito still going well in 5th in the Mitsubishi Lancer. Woes of race 1, long behind him, but he's been hunted down by Boosted. He has been on it since the start. It might have been a bit of a slow start, maybe the odd twitch of the back end here or there, but he is slowly making up. He's going for the fastest lap, fastest second sector, going purple, so he is a man on the mission. He wants some points to recover. And it looks like next on his target list is Rido, and I'm sure Boosted will find a way through the Kit Kat Mitsubishi. He's having a look left and right, he can't quite find a way through, but I have a feeling come down this straight is where it will all come to his advantage. Rido trying to go defensive, but he's a little bit too late. Boosted pulling the trigger as we're coming up to 130R, the side-by-side. Oh, you've got to have some... No, he's tucked in. I was going to say you're going to have a brave set of steelies underneath a certain bodily part to go through side-by-side in 130R, but Boosted thinks better of it. We had a little bump there on Rido saying, come on lad, get a move on. I've got some places to make up. So we can see Rido now going defensive, going down the start straight. He swings it to the outside. Boosted reacting late, but all perfectly calm, and Rido manages to survive for one more lap. But how much longer is he going to be able to keep up this defence against the absolute mice that is Boosted? We've seen that even despite how bad the BMW is, he has seriously managed to find some cracking pace out of it. And I can imagine we're going to see a lot more of Boosted in the future. And if his pace... Oh, he's managed to get ahead of Rido. He's had a look going through before Degner won. He had a look on the inside, and he has gone for 5th, and he has taken it. And now he's got Bazza in front of him once again. As we saw, he was chasing him down right to the end of race 1, and it looks like he's got to do that all again. And now Big Dan has got Guesty for company. It just gets worse for Big Dan. Now being hounded by the Guesty. It's not been his season by any means. That Toyota 86 has been the absolute pig of all the cars this season. I honestly thought that the Toyota 86 would be the one to go for. Lighting power, lighting weight, but goes like an absolute bat out of hell. And it just appears that the 86 has just been too much of a handful, even in Guesty's hands. He's no slouch without any of a doubt. He's won his fair few championships as well. He is quick on the day, but it just appears that The 86 is just too much of a handful, even in the hands of experienced racers. Harvey as well has managed to catch them up as well, so all that scrapping between Guesty and Big Dan has managed to help Harvey catch up. Come on, keep up. So I wonder if Harvey's going to get a few more points come the end of this race. We'll have to wait and see. It's not been the best race for Koikarp so far. In fact, he's actually got his hazards on. So I wonder if he's got some form of problem that we're not aware of. Mrs. Guesty bringing up at the rear in 11th. She's been pretty consistent though, we've got to give her that. She may be last, but the times are fairly consistent. So, barring her fastest lap on 3, it's been fairly consistent. But so far it's been, look at that, Binko has extended the gap. You want consistency, there we go. It's just been dropping off little by little each lap. And it looks like round 9 is once again going Binko's way. And I think it's going to be safe that unless an absolute catastrophe of race 3 comes about, I think it's safe to say he's going to extend his championship lead even more. Homesick Alien, what can you say? He has tried bringing the A+ game to Suzuka, but it's just not worked in his favour. The little mistake he made on lap 2 has cost him severely, so he may have to just lick his wounds and come back for race 3, but with it being a reverse grid, he might be able to take advantage of that. Sharon is still in 3rd, so it's going to be the exact same podium as we get for race 1. Exact same 4th as well. Did Booster finish 5th? If the top 5 are finished in the same position, I am going to... I'll have to look at that later. But I have to cut to the leader once again. Is, as I've said before, it's all gone his way. He's at the pole. Race 1 win with the fastest lap, and now he's got the race 2 win with the fastest lap. What will it take to stop Binko as he takes the win? Homesick Alien takes 2nd once again. Sharon taking 3rd once again as well. It's the same podium as before. And Bazza squeezing through for 4th with Boosted in 5th. It looks like he lifted. Rita holds on for 6th. Guesty takes 7th with Big Dan in 8th. Harvey takes the 9th. And Koikarp now coming through Casio Triangle, whatever the woes were in his car, they appear to have been fixed, as now he comes to cross the line in 10th, with Mrs. Guesty coming home in 11th. Well, what can we say? I think this man has cheat codes regardless, but once again, Binko takes the win. It's all going swimmingly in his direction, with Homesick Alien coming home 2nd again. He's doing everything he can, but it appears to not be enough. He's got to hope for some form of a miracle in race 3. Sharon as well taking the 3rd once again. So there's no stopping these 3 on the podiums. What is race 3 going to bring, I wonder? Bazza holding off for 4th. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. I'm going to see if they finished in the exact same places as they did before. That's what we want. Round 9, let's have a look. And... where are you, Baz? Oh, God. That's going to take some doing. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I think it was Big Dan. It might have been Big Dan, to be fair. I don't know. I could look, but I'll probably break the stream, and I don't want to break the stream. So, Bazza coming home in 4th. Boosted coming home in 5th, with Rito coming home in 6th. A better race from race 1 with the terminal problem. Guesty, why is there such a weird gap? That seems... really weird. Why is Boosted all the way back there, but Bazza's all the way up there, even though they've... Weird. Guesty coming home in 7th, with Big Dan coming home in 8th. Harvey, another great result in 9th. Koikarp, a woe race in 10th. And Mrs. Guesty in 11th. And one more race to go. Is it going to go his way once again? I'm going to call hacks if it does. I really will. So, race 3. I will give you a break, because I need a break myself. Oh. I keep pressing the wrong bloody buttons. Christ. Right, let us back up and leave it there. There we go. So for race 3, we have... Did I turn those on? Yes, I did. Oh, no, because... Oh, God's sakes. I thought there was a part of the screen missing, but it's the lap times. God, what is wrong with me? Am I getting work burnout? I think I might be getting work burnout. Because for some reason it kind of feels like I have 2 brain cells and they're both fighting for third. This can't be a good thing. Am I losing my marbles? Am I losing my marbles? It's a good excuse to have some time off. I don't think my works manager will be pleased with that. At all. Can't lose your marbles. You didn't have any to start with, you deaf get. I had to not make it so blue because the man has more colourful vocabulary than I do, and that's saying something. So, on to race 3. As we said, with race 3, it is a rolling start, and it is the race 2 results reversed. So, we have Mrs. Guesty leading us off in pole, with Harvey in second. Big Dan in third. That's a great start for him. What can he bring to the cards, I wonder? With Guesty in fourth, with Rito in fifth. Boosted is somewhere in between there, somewhere in that in sixth. There's Bazza, he starts in seventh. Sharon is in eighth. Homesick Alien is ninth, and Binko is in 10th. So Binko has all the work to do if he wants to take home the triple victory. He's seen it once. Is he going to get another one? I wonder. So let's lead them off as Mrs. Guesty leads them off. And we have no lights, so we'll have to listen for the buzzers. 2, 3, boom! And away we go for the last race here at Suzuka, with Mrs. Guesty leading us off, coming up through the first corner. They've all gone on quite well. Wow, that was Harvey having a look on the inside. He darted up on the inside. And has he managed to find his way through? He has. So Harvey has taken the lead in this race in the first corner. Wow, where did that come from? He dived in there like an absolute bullet and has managed to take advantage of it. Oh no, that was Big Dan that was sliding, and that's Guesty going off. This is where all the chaos happens, as Big Dan has managed to squeeze through into second. Mrs. Guesty has dropped into third. There's Boosted in fifth already, and he's being hounded by Rito, and Mr. Guesty's in there as well. Mr. Guesty is in third. Is he going to be able to hold this lot off? Look at the absolute crowd that's waiting behind him. And it would appear, it appears that they've all gone away quite well. It's Homesick Alien. He's moved up into sixth already. Boosted in seventh. Binko has dropped back in, well, he's in eighth, but there's a considerable gap. Not quite sure what has happened there, with Bazza in ninth, and there's Sharon in 10th. We're not quite sure what has happened, but those three have dropped off the pack quite a considerable amount, and it would appear that this is exactly what Homesick Alien needed. He needed a bit of luck on his side, and now that he's got it, he's going to take advantage of it as he sneaks up on the inside of Rito into Spoon, and he's going to have a look at the inside of Mrs. Guesty coming out of the exit. I'm pretty sure he's got the lead, but no, he should have it when he comes up to 130. We're going to have some brave people. No, he doesn't. He manages to get ahead of Mrs. Guesty. She's backed off a little bit. She doesn't want a piece of that pie, which I don't blame you. It's absolutely crazy if you want to go through side by side in 130R. Take some brave steals. But so far at the moment, Harvey leading us off in this race. He's been chased down by Big Dan, so it's Mazda versus Lexus. I'm sure all the Japanese fans will be liking this. They're probably fed up of the German winning the races so far, and now they've got two Japanese cars in first and second. Mind you, they had... Oh no, I think they're South Korean, isn't it? So this would be great for the Japanese fans. I'm sure they're going to be loving it between this fight. They're even in third as well with the Toyota. I've only just realised it. So Guesty is hunting him down in third. Let's hope no, because if I say it, it's going to happen, so I won't say it. Homesick Alien is in fourth. Rito is still in fifth. Mrs. Guesty holding off in 6th. We've got Boosted in 7th. Binko's still in 8th. As we can see, Boosted struggling with the BMW. Here's another 2 Titans for you. 1 future Titan to look forward to, and 1 at the moment. And who's going to come on top of this one, I wonder. But so far, it has been the Binko that has been the quicker man. Is he going to manage to make work of Boosted, I wonder, because it looks like Boosted has managed to collect up the BMW and is now pointing it in the right direction. But how long is he going to be able to hold off Binko, I wonder? There's Bazza in 9th as well. I think he's dropped back as well, because I'm sure he was further up than that. So there must have been a little instance of it. And we have Sharen in 10th. And we've lost somebody. Who have we lost? I'll have to work that one out. So far, it's still going well in Harvey's camp, but it looks like Big Dan's having a look on the inside, coming through the exit of Spoon. Is he going to have the power going down the straight? Oh no, because Harvey's in the Mazda. The Mazda is quicker in a straight line, but he needs to avoid the grass if he wants to take full advantage of the speed, as literally nose to bumper going through 130R. Looks like we've managed to get through it cleanly. So Harvey is once again going to go into start lap 3. How long is he going to be able to hold off Big Dan? Because all this scrapping has invited Guesty into the mix, and you know he's going to want a piece of that pie, with Guesty taking the fastest lap so far. No, Homesick Alien's just taking the fastest lap. Good lord. Rito is still holding well in 4th. Is he going to be able to catch up? Homesick Alien, it's going to be quite a tall order for him. Boosted is still in 6th, and Binko's still in 7th. Now Sharen's got the fastest lap with a 2:09.2. You know they can go faster than that. I think Binko did a 2:08 in one of the races. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it's the colder weather setting in here in the Japanese sunset. I'm not quite sure, but Mrs. Guesty, I know we've lost somebody. Who have we lost? Oh, it's Koi! Koi has gone. Did he start? I don't think he started. I don't remember seeing him on the start. That might explain why there's only 10 drivers. I think Koi has given up the ghost for today. But so far, Homesick Alien, if he can get us... Oh wait, Harvey's dropped, because Harvey was leading. Oh, poor Harvey, was going so well for him. And it's just all falling apart. There we go, he's now down to 4th. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold up Homesick Alien for that long, but don't count out the Mazda when it comes down the big long straights, when Harvey can take advantage of its grunt. Maybe he could take it to Homesick Alien. How long can he hold on for Homesick Alien for to really help him get away from the rest of the guys? So far, Big Dan currently leading, doing quite well. He's being chased down by Guesty. And as soon as I say it, I know things will go wrong, so I'm not going to say it. And I refuse to say it until I know that Toyota 6 starts behaving. Harvey's having a look on the inside of Homesick Alien, but no, he's going around the outside because that's his Casio triangle. So Harvey having a look at the Homesick Alien. You never thought you'd see that, would you? Harvey attacking Homesick Alien, but he just went a little bit too deep into Casio triangle, and he's now starting to drop back from the Alien. You know, a little bit in no man's land. He's about to be hounded on by Boosted, who's bringing along Binko for the party. I wonder how long Rito's going to hold on as well, with these two Goliaths absolutely behind him. Although he has been a thorn in most of the sides for a good chunk of this championship, so they might struggle. Who knows? Well, I know one thing for sure, I'm sure Homesick Alien will be wanting them to be held up for as long as possible while he disappears into the distance, because Homesick Alien is finally having some luck go his way with his championship rival way down in 7th. That's a good chunk points loss for Binko, but is he going to be able to catch up, I wonder? Bazza going well in 8th. Oh, and there we go. Yeah, as we said before, Binko is now in the 2:08.5s, and he's still going faster. The Scirocco clearly liking Suzuka, although I thought it wouldn't be a track for it, really. I thought the rear-wheel drives would come out on top, but it would appear that the front-wheel drive is the superior one here. Oh, as we can see, Boosted has gone ahead of Rido. And now how long is Rido going to hold off Binko, and is he going to go attack Boosted, I wonder? Let's have a look further down. Oh, Sharen's now moved up into 8th, so he's gone ahead of Bazza. Might have been a small mistake through the hairpin, I'm not 100% sure, but they are bringing along Mrs. Guesty for good company. And speaking of, Guesty has taken the lead. Where has that come from? Don't tell me that was a good lap ago. I think it was a good lap ago. Oh, there we go. No, it was going through. They're the Senna S's, aren't they? Or something like that. I know it's something S. But there we go. Guesty takes the lead of the race. Is this the turnaround that we've been waiting for? Is this the turnaround? Is this the look that Guesty needed as well? Hopefully he'll be able to keep it pointing in the right direction. Oh, God, I've said it. It's going to go badly net right there. They were all the way up there. So look at the train coming up to 130R with Guesty, Big Dan and Homesick Alien. Guesty going slightly defensive going through 130R. I didn't think he would do, but he's managed to hold on. He lost a bit of the speed momentum there, and further back, Homesick Alien takes advantage of it and overtakes. Oh, Guesty, see, it happened. It happened. I knew it as soon as I said it, it would happen. Guesty has unfortunately gone too deep in the Casio triangle and has lost the lead. It looks like he's about to lose second as well. And look at this absolute train behind him. Even Harvey's having a look now. Harvey's having a look at Guesty. He's having a look at Big Dan. He's... Oh, careful, boys. Oh, careful. And no, he's managed it. A bit of bumping and banging, but no, he's dropped back as well. That's Guesty going to lawn the grass a little bit there. Oh, poor Guesty. He was leading at the start of this race and he's dropped all the way to 6th. It's gone, I wouldn't even say pear-shaped. It's gone absolute bananas for Guesty, and has seen him drop back on the grid from 1st to 6th, and the 86 showing that it is not to be tamed. And now Binko's having a look as well. He squeezes through into 6th, and now he can start chasing down the rest of the pack in front of him, but I think it's going to be too late to try and recover any form of points he's got, because his championship rival is disappearing into the distance, with Rido still holding well in 5th. He's actually managed to keep Binko behind him for a good chunk of the race, and there's Boosted up into 2nd. Whoa, where is all these changes coming from? I can't keep track of them. Boosted has managed to move up into 2nd. He's taken Big Dan, now down in 3rd, and he was scrapping for the lead at near the start of this lap as well, so it's gone pear-shaped for Big Dan without a doubt. But is he going to be able to hold off for 3rd place? Harvey in 4th. What a great result this would be for Harvey. If he's able to hold off Rido and Binko, that would be definitely one he could tick off his list, that he's managed to keep those two behind him at Suzuka. Guesty in 6th. It's all gone wrong for the poor chap. When will his woes end? Sharen is in 8th. He's not making the impact I thought he would in this race, but he did start in 8th, so he's exactly where he was. It's just the people behind him have changed. Bazza down into 9th as well. I'm sure he was a lot higher up than that, so not been the race for him either. And Mrs. Guesty, I don't think Suzuka is one of her favourites from the look of it, but I'm sure that she'll be happy with the chunk of points that she's going to get from it. But this is just what he needs. This is what the man needs. There's another win under his belt to try and claw back some of the points he has lost. I think it's going to go in Binko's favour come the start of round 10, but at least he's kept it to as little as he could. He's going for fastest lap, and so was Boosted. I've lost track of it all now. Big Dan, oh no, Harvey has slipped back into 5th. Oh, poor Harvey, it was going well, but Binko has managed to get pet ahead of Rido and Harvey as well, and is now chasing down Big Dan for 3rd. How long? I don't think Big Dan will be able to hold him off for long. And what started as a great result, a great race for Dan, suddenly seen him drop from 1st to 4th. but he's not got it. He's not lost the podium yet. I don't know why I'm jumping the gun on that one, but we'll have to wait and see if Big Dan is able to hold them off. Let's have a look at further this too. Homesick Alien has disappeared into the distance. I think he's just happy to see this result go his way so far. And yep, there we go. Big Dan has now dropped into fourth. It certainly was pretty much inevitable. Let's doubt it, but is Big Dan going to let him get away with it? It doesn't look like he would. This is the fight on track for the final podium. You can see that Guesty is being hounded on by Shiren, so Shiren is now starting to find his the beat. Oh, there goes Guesty once again. I think he just touched the AstroTurf going out of 130R, and there we go. The 86 has had enough for the day, and I think Guesty might have had enough of the 86, and I think I hear a salvage yard being called to have an 86 delivered to it for immediate destruction. So far on the final lap now, let's have a look. As we see, Binko is getting away from Big Dan. Harvey's still going well in fifth. He's now being hunted down by Shiren. Is Shiren going to get another place before the end of this race? We'll have to wait and see. It's been a great round for Shiren. 2/3 place and currently is sixth. I'm sure he would like a fifth as well. He's done incredibly well this season. Rido as well. Oh, as soon as I said it, he's gone onto the litter. Is he going to be able to hold it? Yes, he holds it. Well done there, sir. Brilliantly well held. They'll lose Shiren for now, but I think that one was long gone already. Bazza's now chasing him down. Is he going to get Rido come the end of this race? I wonder. I'm going to have to skip to the front because those two look pretty damn close, and they actually are. So are we going to get a scrap right at the end of the race? For first, I think Boost is just a little bit too far away to put any form of pressure on Homesick Alien, and I think this race 3 is going home to Alfa Romeo. I've seen further down Shiren has gone ahead of Harvey, so he is down into 6th, but that's still going to be a cracking result for him at the end of the day. I don't think Shiren's going to get Big Dan either, unless a mistake happens his way. It has happened, but I don't think it's going to happen come anytime soon. Let's skip to the front, and it looks like Boosted did manage to catch up Homesick Alien a little bit, but I don't think it's enough. Homesick going defensive, coming through Chassis Triangle, so he must feel the pressure coming from Boosted, but I think it's too little too late as Homesick Alien comes through the final corner to take the race 3 victory, with Boosted coming home in 2nd. Binko coming home in 3rd. Another podium for him. Big Dan coming home in 4th. Shiren in 5th. Harvey in 6th. That's great to see. Rido coming home in 7th. Bazza in 8th. With the 2 Guesties. Are they going to cross side by side again? Yeah, they are. Guesty in 9th. No, Mrs. Guesty in 9th and Guesty in 10th. So, there we go. Homesick Alien finally having some luck his way and manages to take the victory and lower the points gap to himself and Binko just that tiny little bit. The championship is still on for him. Boosted coming home in 2nd after the woes he's been having in the first 2 races. It's great to see some luck, and the BMW behaving this time around. He even got the fastest lap with a 2:08.3. So race 3 has definitely been one to watch without a doubt. Binko coming home in 3rd. I think he did quite well because he started last. It looks like there may have been a small mistake, or he got caught up in something because he was way beyond the pack, but damage control kicked in and he's managed to sneak his way up into 3rd. Big Dan in 4th. It looks like he was going to scrap it out for the podium, but the guys in front of him just turned out to be too strong for him. But it's still great to see the Lexus in 4th. Shiren coming home in 5th as well. He was further down in the pack as well. He's managed to recover greatly. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Apologies. Harvey coming home in 6th. A great result for him, taking it to the guys up ahead of him. We saw him, was diving up on Mrs. Guesty, Homesick Alien. It looks like he was going to get away with a great result. 6th is still a great result, to be fair. Well done, Harvey. Rido coming home in 7th as well. Another result for Rido. Bazza in 8th for Alfa Romeo. And Mrs. Guesty and Guesty finishing in 9th and 10th. Respectively, side by side. We've seen it quite a fair few times this season already, and we get another one for the photo album. And there we go. Oh, I'll tell you what, I don't do this, but let's turn all that off. The 2 contenders go into the final round, and we've got them in the same shot. If it was the other way around, I think it might be the epic, the prologue to round 10. If it was the other way around, going into the championship. But it's going to be down to these 2. And we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. The final round of MTCC. It's going to be sad to see it go. Admittingly, I'm a huge fan of the MTCC. It's great racing from the front all the way to the back with some surprising results. We've had some cracking racing, some great results, and some surprising results as well. Let's not forget that. But it will all come to an end for round 10. The showdown at Brands Hatch. Who is going to take the spoils? Who's going to lift the crown? Who's going to be licking the wounds? And who's going to be having tears of sadness? We will have to wait and see. It's going to be between these 2. You will not want to miss it. And there we go. I do hope that you will tune in to round 10. It is going to be a cracker, without a doubt. Will Homesick Alien claw back the points deficit he has and snatch the trophy away? Or is Binko going to hold on and take the championship? You'll have to wait and see. But what you can do is hit like on this video. Do subscribe so you never miss that race. You will not want to miss it, I can guarantee you. And share it between your friends. Know any racing friends amongst you? Go ahead and share it with us. We're only a small channel. Only a small channel. We don't do a lot of these, but when we do, we like to share it with people because, we're racers showing these off for racing fans. But yes, hit like, subscribe, and give it a share because, the whole YouTube algorithm thing, it likes that for some bizarre reason. Also, as well, if you would like to get involved with us, a link in the description will be present. Once the stream has ended, click that link, accept the invite, and it'll take you to the Discord and our server directly, and you could get involved. Who knows? Maybe we'll see you in a future championship. We look forward to seeing you. We accept new members of all skill levels. Everybody is always welcome. Come and say hi and get yourselves involved. So, with that, I will leave you to the rest of your morning coffees and breakfast and rituals if you have any. I know I have one, but it's the other way around. And I certainly hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Virtual Racers Club. Oh, God, where's this gas coming from, honestly? It's weird. Yes, thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. I was your broadcaster and commentator, insert comical name here, and I hope to see you for the showdown at Brands Hatch. So, until we meet again, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.